It's filming, it's on right now. Okay, so Mr. Merlino, Mr. Fisher, we're doing a real life trigonometry project. So we're gonna figure out a couple things. We're gonna figure out, you see that top of that up there? We're gonna figure out how tall that is. All right, and we're gonna have a contest. So whoever gets closest to wins a prize. But we want to demo exactly what you need to do. So we have perfect straight lines here with the basketball court in the background. It's a rainy day. Probably should have worn a jacket. But anyway, what I need to do is I need to measure one of these lines from, stand against the wall if you could, Melina. So we're going to measure from there to here, right here. And I'm going to start now. One thing I want to show you real quick. If you could film my shoe real quick. This shoe is exactly 1 foot, which is so convenient. So, measure your shoe, that way you never need one of these. So I've got a 12-inch 1 foot shoe. Now, Merlino, I need you to hold these over here in the corner. And just make sure, I'll tell you from here. Suppose we can set the phone up. Hey, I need one of these for later. So we go right here. It's the ending point. So Merlino, I need you to tell me if this arm is parallel to the ground.
It looks parallel to the ground.
Okay, now I'm pointing up to the top. I believe that's as accurate as I can do. Now I need you to measure this angle.
Okay, so I'm trying to find the angle using these triangles, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so 50 degrees, you got that studied? 50 degrees looks a little, ooh, that looks pretty close.
Close? Okay.
I would say a little lower than 50, so I'm going to go
50?
to try 40. And it might be between those two, so let's go. This is 40, so I would actually say between 40 and 50, and I'm thinking that it's around, if I had to take a guess, between maybe 45.
Okay.
So this is the 50.
Okay.
And that one's a little, so I would say actually between 40 and 50, maybe even 48.
You're gonna say 48?
Yeah.
Estimate? Okay, now do me a favor, measure from my shoulder to the ground.
Shoulder to the ground with the
ruler? Yep.
Yeah. Got you. So shoulder to the ground. In terms of feet, right, Mr. Fisher?
Go with inches.
Inches. Okay.
Yeah, start at my
So
shoulder.
we got 12.
So just imagine my hands like this.
Yep. 12. We got 24. 36. And 36, 48, right?
48. Did
48
anyone
plus another 5. 48 plus 5, we're at 53.
53. Do you have a pen and pencil?
Nope, sorry.
Okay,
I got a pen.
Cool. So can you remember 48 degrees
48 degrees, yep.
and 53 inches?
Sounds good.
Now, so I'm gonna walk off the base of our right triangle. So if you haven't figured it out yet, this is forming a right triangle. I'm gonna walk this distance all the way to that cone. Now my foot is 1 foot, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.75. Could you write 30.75 feet? That'll wrap. I want to thank Merlino and Ahuja, and I will draw a poster later, and we'll figure out how tall that building is. Sound good? All right. And then the last thing that you missed before you stop it is we are gonna we're gonna dangle a piece of rope from the top of that, and we'll measure that to figure out who wins the contest. So yeah, thank you. That's our inquiry project.